bird.
It's a plane.
It's XX perhaps.
I'm XX Perhaps, and the other day as I was reading through an old Green Lantern comic book from the year 1983, specifically Green Lantern 168, I couldn't help but be bored to death by the story. However, towards the end of the book, I noticed an advertisement for a certain competition prize if all you had to do was write and enter to win. And that was to promote the new Superman 3 film, and you could win a new Atari system. There were runner-up prizes, one for a complete collection of comic books of Superman, one a recording record vinyl of Superman 3 soundtrack, and then for 4th place, 100 lucky winners would receive 1 jar of Superman peanut butter. Flabbergasted, I was like, what? They had Superman flavored peanut butter and I never knew about it?
I'm really pissed off.
You see, as someone born in 1996, I missed out on the great wave of movie tie-in peanut butters, and the best that I got was Goobers, peanut butter and jelly in a jar. I scoured eBay, and I did find this original jar of peanut butter for sale for like 80 bucks. But in the pictures, the guy had already opened it, and he was like showing the open can of jar of peanut butter. So for my own safety, I kept scouring until I found this jar of Superman peanut butter from the year 1985. I know it's from 1985 because that's when the copyright is. This is the crunchy version of this, just a different rebranding from the original 1981, so a few years later, glass jar, everything. This eBay seller did not post pictures of him opening the jar and possibly contaminating the contents within, so I feel pretty safe that this is the real deal. Upon a little bit more further research into this, I discovered Superman was willing to die for this peanut butter.
Now you'll tell me why Superman peanut butter tastes so great. Never. So fresh roasted, so creamy, so yummy. Then its secret will be mine, all mine.
I was holding him hostage until he revealed the secret ingredients so Lex Luthor can own all the rights to Superman peanut butter and I guess spread it around his ass. Regardless, all the commercials, and really everyone in the comments of those commercials have an extreme nostalgia for Superman peanut butter. So I thought, in celebration of the new James Gunn DC universe, why not try a little bit of this Superman peanut butter and rank the top 5 Superman comic book covers in my collection, because I do collect comic books. To wash down my 40-year-old peanut butter, I've opted to use the Superman promotional glass from somewhere in the 70s and pour a little bit of milk inside to help wash down my 40-year-old peanut butter. 40-year-old Superman peanut butter safe to consume in the year 2025. I'm XX Perhaps. This is the 40-year-old Superman peanut butter challenge while ranking Superman comic book covers in my collection. Smells like stale cardboard. I know you can't really see this, so I'll put a little video in. All the oil has separated from the peanut butter itself, so there's really gross looking, so we'll have to mix that up. I don't see any mold. It's looking good. So let's just get this mixed up here. I'm mixing up 40-year-old super crunchy style. I don't know what's going to kill me first, the rotten peanuts in here or the hydrogenated vegetable oil. One thing I did learn in the research for this video, this does contain hydrogenated vegetable oil, which the FDA has now outlawed as of 2018 due to some trans fat stuff. So RFK Jr., suck it! 40-year-old peanut butter from the year 1985. Looks just like regular crunchy peanut butter. Tastes just like peanut butter. Fifth spot of top 5 Superman comic books in my collection is this Superman Japanese manga from, I believe, the year 1950, somewhere in there. I'm not entirely sure. But you can see it's a really cool cover with some kind of soldier in the back, Superman up front, some giant gorilla. On the back is a portrait of Superman himself. What's cool about this, first couple stories are in full color. However, as you continue through to the next story, they're all just in different colors. So here's a purple story, neon red and pink, and like a navy blue type. Really cool book. I wish I knew more about it. I think it reprints old Superman stories from the Golden Age, but I don't know because I don't speak Japanese. Can't read it either. So now that number 5's out of the way, let's see if the peanut butter is tasting any different. Oh, that's still peanut butter. For the number 4 spot, I have Crisis number 7. Really great art here where Superman is holding Supergirl, who you can only presume is dead. She is dead, spoilers. But really great art here, really great cover, and of course just a great storyline that I always like to go back and reread. Now that number 4 is out of the way, let's have some peanut butter. Time for some honorable mentions. Superheroes battle super gorillas. Just a funny cover. Superman getting his ass kicked by a caveman. Funny cover. Superman 300. Just a cool cover. All-Star Superman number 1. Just a really good, great storyline and awesome cover. Superman starts World War III and beats the shit out of Uncle Sam. Superman versus Titano the Super 8. Superman races the Flash. Superman races the Flash. Superman races the Flash. Superman races the Flash Part 2. Superman races the Flash. Superman races the Flash. Superman races the Flash. Superman burns Batman alive at the stake. Superman prevents Jimmy Olsen from being adopted. Jimmy Olsen robs Superman of all his money. And lastly, just missed out on the top 5. Superman having Aquaman and Jimmy Olsen beg for water, the last drop of water in this desert, and he's basically letting them die. Number 3 on my list is Action Comics 256. Whereas if you couldn't tell from my honorable mentions, I really like Superman covers in this era where Superman's basically a dick. And there's a whole website, subreddit, where it's called Super Dickery, and they just talk about where Superman was a giant dick and either didn't save people, was rude to people, straight up mean to people, or killed people. And this, I believe, is the best embodiment of that, as Superman has a literal dick head, if you can see that, and he just looks ridiculous, and I just think it's hilarious. So that's why this is number 3 on my top 5 Superman books in my collection. Let's eat some more Superman peanut butter. Okay, so it tastes like peanut butter. It's just stale peanut butter. For my number 2 spot, Superman 133. Superman joins the army. As you can see, Superman's parachuting down here with some World War II soldiers, wearing an army helmet and carrying a gun. Did we forget that Superman has superpowers and doesn't need to wear a helmet, have a gun? But no, he wants to cosplay as a soldier, stolen valor. And that just embodies the Superman that I know and love. In here is a great couple panels where they're training, they're practicing for war. The commander says, "Take that hill, guys," and Superman, being the klutz that he is, quite literally picks up the hill and says, "I have the hill, sir." Before we reach the number 1 spot, let's have some more peanut butter. And for my number 1 spot, top 5 Superman comics in my collection, I have Superman versus Muhammad Ali. And you see this great cover, Neil Adams cover, featuring celebrities, politicians, writers, editors, and other superheroes all around the cover. One of my favorite covers of all time, one of my favorite stories of all time. Basically, this alien called Scrub lands on Earth and says, "Give me your greatest champion, and we're gonna have a boxing match to determine if Earth will be exploded or not by my guns." Muhammad Ali says, "Step out of the way, Superman. I will handle this." And Superman says, "No, you're crazy. This is an alien super race." Some really great panels in here. Superman and Muhammad Ali knocking the shit out of each other. I mean, just look at that. Great stuff here. Ultimately, there's a secret. I won't spoil it too much, but ultimately, Muhammad Ali beats Superman, and then Muhammad Ali has to take on the alien champ in a great boxing match. I highly encourage you to check it out when you can. And at the end of the book, when they all save the day and Muhammad Ali knocks out the alien, there's this great panel here in the back. Superman, we are the greatest. And that's why this is one of the top books in my collection and the #1 Superman book in my collection. Now that I've had a chance to chow down on some 40-year-old peanut butter and talk comics for a little bit, I just have to say,
Boy, I hope this Superman peanut butter doesn't kill me.
anyways, a couple more bites, and I'd say it's safe to consume. 40-year-old Superman peanut butter, crunchy style, from the year 1985. Another fun historical fact. The Tylenol murders of like 1981-82, which helped propel the medicine, pharmacy industry, and the food industry to start sealing their foods better. None of these jars were actually ever sealed, so I probably could have purchased the original 1981 eBay one for $70, but I think this was the right choice. This is still good today. Someone mentioned aflatoxin could possibly kill me. Joke's on you, I'm not allergic to nuts. I have to say, I'm really surprised that this Superman peanut butter is that good. It has to be the hydrogenated vegetable oil. Has to be. That preserves the freshness here. One more for good measure. I hope I don't die. XX perhaps out.